Management Career Mode for AFL26 is the final video I've got for this series. We saw a few of the screenshots the other night that were posted in regards to how you can manage your club and the different things you can do. It does go a bit deeper than that again, which is really exciting, and there is gameplay footage in here as well. So with that, I'll cut to the screen, we can have a look at the menus and we'll get stuck into it. Alright, so straight into the first menu. Similar to the player career, you can pick your difficulty, and same as AFL23, you can pick your contract negotiation, trade negotiation difficulty. You can either enforce the salary cap or leave it off. You can change your match quarter length. You can do your injuries if they're on, off, enabled, and you can obviously do the custom licensed content as well. As I mentioned before, player stats are now editable. Then you go in and pick your team. So you can see they've got the different rankings there for AFL, AFLW and VFL. And you can actually pick which part of the club you want to manage. Do you want to do the AFL team? Do you want to do the VFL team, the AFLW team, all three, just one, whatever it might be. So you can see they've got the different rankings, AFL there, State League Women's if they do have a team as well. So interesting that you can do any of those options, whatever mode you would rather do. So I've gone for the Tigers. I've selected that we'll do the Richmond AFL team. So that brings us into our next page, which I've paused for you so we can have a good look at it. And these are part of the screenshots that we saw the other night. You've got your soft cap spend, which is applicable to all clubs. You've got your coach, you can spend that soft cap on your head coach, forward line coach, midfield coach, back line coach, ruck coach. And then you can see the different type of levels. But to give you an idea, forward line coaches provide bonuses to forward skills based on their weekly training schedule and allow influence over player growth when leveling up. So being able to increase your line coaches actually plays a part in the way your team develops and grows, which is really, really interesting. And it's really cool that it sort of all ties in with all the other stuff, which you'll see shortly as well. So I'll skip to the next one. All right, shifting over to list management now in this section. So you've got your list manager and list management team and the acquisition and retention of players for the club. They assist with negotiating player contracts, deal with player agents, and work with your coaching staff to provide more accurate and up-to-date data knowledge regarding list needs. So it's actually going to be beneficial to have a good list manager to help further grow your team, which is a nice little feature. You've also got opposition analytics. So your opposition analyst helps to provide accurate projections of player potential on opposition players at the National League level. State League Talent Scout details. So your State League Talent Scout helps provide accurate projections of potential on opposition players at the State League level. This is all to do with bringing new players into your club, of course. And then your Under 18 Talent Scout details helps provide projections on players at the Under 18 level. So you've got three different ways that you can bring in new players through three different parts of the game, and you can obviously increase or invest money into those parts of your football club to give yourself a better chance of drafting an absolute gem. Next up, you've got your Director of High Performance. Your Director of High Performance oversees the fitness department and works with players to achieve peak physical form to help prevent injury. This seems very relevant to Richmond at the moment, it must be said. Trainers. The trainers provide bonuses to physical player skills based on their weekly training schedule. Medical staff assist with player recovery from injury, reducing the time they take to recover, which is really important. Massage therapist provides bonuses to recovery from matches and training, lowering the likelihood of soft tissue injuries and potentially caused by fatigue. And even psychologists help players with the mental side of the game, providing bonuses for player morale and form. So it's really going deep into how players are actually managed on a day-to-day basis at a football club that you now get the chance to control depending on how you split your funds. And then marketing and promotion, the corporate sponsorship team. Your corporate sponsorship team provide bonuses to the monetary rewards obtained through objectives. Social media team engages with fans to help drive merchandise sales and fan satisfaction. And the membership team helps convert fans to members in an attempt to re-engage people who have been previously held memberships which have since elapsed. Like fascinating stuff that they've gone to this level of detail in the game. And then when you advance, you come to the membership and merchandise screen, which is like the screenshot that we saw. I'll let this roll actually, like the screenshot we saw the other day that was posted. So you can change all the membership prices. You can see you can scale it up. You can do all the same thing for all different memberships, the match day activations, whatever you want. So I'll pause it here. So when you come to the next screen, you can actually obviously then adjust all your membership prices, your merchandise prices, your apparel prices. You've got match day activations, family days, open training sessions, the works. And the way it all links in, when you generate money, it means you can actually then increase the level of your soft cap, like by increasing it to 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, whatever it might be. So generating income from your match revenue, your merchandise, by you performing well, it all ties in to be able to increase your team stats in your different departments around the footy club. If you play shit though, the sales drop off of your ticketing and for your apparel and things like that, and the money dries up, so it gets harder to improve. So it's actually a good reward for effort. Like even things like this, open training sessions, the number of times to open your training sessions to the public, making more sessions publicly available will attract more fans who may be more likely to sign up as members at the cost of having to pay more staff to accommodate them. So you've got to fund the staff, but you might get more members. So you've got to work out how many of those you want to do. Same with the community outreach programs and family day. Like it's blown my mind how deep this has gone, and it's any wonder that it's taken J&T a long time to get through one season when there's so much of this to have to do now, which is amazing, and it was sorely missed in AFL 23. For me, and I think a lot of other people, this is a complete game changer, having this level of detail in a sports game, in an AFL game, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this develops and grows, because there's a lot more to it now. It's not just plug and play. We've got to actually, manage staff and upgrade things, sell tickets. It's crazy, it's good, and it's exciting. Once you skip past that screen, you go on to objectives. So you can actually pick a sponsorship objective for one of the national level teams that you're managing. So there's different things that come with it. So you've obviously got a major prize and the bonus and things like that. So you've got like win the premiership, maintain top 8 position, finish in the top 8, fan satisfaction, avoid a losing streak. And I guess you've got to be a little bit tactical with what you pick based on your skill level and the team that you're coaching. I think I actually selected avoid a losing streak for this. But good to have the different tiered levels and to see all the different options that you've got there. And yeah, you've got to either back yourself in. So I picked the easiest one given the list that we've got at the moment. Then you go to your normal home screen. Same thing, you've got the inbox system here like we had on the other modes, where you will have all your inboxes about injuries and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's going to be all the same still. All right, we've got some objectives in here as well. So you've got your AFL sponsorship objective. When you earn the money, which goes towards your soft cap, avoid a losing streak. You've got a season objective, gain 30,000 AFL and AFLW members during the season. AFL season objective, win 4 consecutive games. Then you've got match objectives, take more than 25 marks, accumulate more than 175 disposals, receive more than 15 frees for in a game. So all of them give you different dollar values, and when you complete them, they do refresh and give you some new ones as well. So I love an objective, and I love seeing things like that. Can't wait to get stuck into it. Into the team management menu, which looks a little bit different than it did in AFL 23, a bit of a revamp, which is good, including some new features in there that I think people are going to enjoy. First of all, looking at the roster, this is where we're going to see, we can see some player likeness. As you can see, their primary list, their condition, if they're fit or not, their overall, if they're available, if they're injured. So we've got some players, we've got Dion Prestia and Jack Ross. Looks a bit like Liam McBean. Ryan Mansell, Big Ben Miller. Hugo with a flying mullet, you'll love to see it. Timmy Taranto. I went back to appreciate the mullet. That is legitimately the only reason why I went back to Hugo Ralsmith, was to appreciate the mullet. Jaden Short. And the draftees, are they in the game or not? Yes, they are. Josh Smiley, Morris Rioli, Josh Gibkiss, Tom Lynch, Kazitsky. No, that's a good one. Noah Bolter. Sammy Lawler, there he is. Juddy Clark, you'll love to see him. Taj Houghton. Nankervis looking real angry. Jonty Fall, that's a good capture. Thompson Dow, Kane McAuliffe. Jasper Alga, Tom Brown. I actually felt that those two looked fairly similar in the face. That's why I scanned back. Luke Trainer, that's a good one. Samson Ryan, Camden McIntosh. So you can see that's why I had the other Camden McIntosh with a headband on my first video, because this one didn't have it in it. So he is in the game with the headband though. Even Big Kalina looks good. Banks, LaFau, Jacob Bauer, Seth Campbell. Hayes Brown, they've got to do an update on him. He's now clean shaven and short hair, old Hayes Brown, the old snack pack. Seth Green, Caleb Smith and Campbell Gray. So there's some players. Coaching and development. All right, so this is the screen we saw another screen grab of the other day as well, with the recovery and the training and things like that. So you can actually do this by line, or you can do it by specific player. So you can actually target specific players, or you can just do the forward group, or the key forwards, the rucks, the midfielders, and so on and so forth. Now, it does play a part. If you just train, your players will be fatigued, they will be tired, they may even get injured before you even get a chance to use them in a game. So you do have to do this carefully and not overload them with training. Make sure you include rest days. It all actually plays a part in how your players will play, develop, grow, and recover, which I love. I love the fact that it's not meaningless. I love that it means something, it ties in, and it all starts to make sense. So like I said, you can do any of the lines, and I've just flicked through some of the little segments there, or you can do specific player coaching. We can pick here an individual player, their status, their available, what their role is, their overall, their condition. So yeah, pretty cool that you can actually go as deep as that at player level or line level. Fatigue management. You heard right. Choose how you would like to handle your squad's post-match recovery schedule. Reduced recovery period, standard recovery period. The morning session following any match will be set for rest for each role group. So this is going to then preset some of your selections, or you can do extended recovery. Okay, so then you've got your club facilities we've got. So the Swinburne Centre Punt Road Oval. Medical facilities are used by your medical team and support staff to decrease recovery time of injured players. Again, you've got your funds there to use to be able to upgrade these. Gym equipment is used alongside with your fitness staff to provide bonuses to physical skills on match days and give bonuses to physical skill development. The turf condition, you've got players' rooms, provide benefits to player morale, assist with attracting opposition players to play for your team, so it helps actually bring players across. So then once you go through your calendar, it then comes up saying head to training schedule, or you can repeat last week's session. So if you're happy with what you're doing, you can just keep that on repeat and keep it going, or you can upgrade it. Now we look at the new lineup screen. Looks a little bit different to what it did in AFL 23. So it tells you what injured players you've got down there on the side. Anyone if you've got your stats on the side for their seasonal stats, your bench players, reserve players. So a bit more of a familiar layout with what we're used to seeing for a team lineup. So I think that's a little bit nicer than what we had previously as well. Richmond 75 overall. Geez, I feel hard done by here, not gonna lie. Also worth noting as well, before we go any further, if you have a look at the top little section on that screen there, you've got your AFL members, 77,013, AFLW members, fan satisfaction and available funds. So that's going to keep updating as you keep getting more members, as you make fans happy or sad, and what your funds are like to spend on your different departments. So it's a bit of a live tally for you. Okay, so now it's time for tactics, which is something that I know a lot of people were keen to hear about, and if there's expanded tactics, and yes, there's new tactics for AFL 26. So you still got your forwards, midfield play style, which I'll flick through. You got your defense one as well, your kick out routine as well. But now you've got a tagger option, so you can actually nominate in here who you want your tagger to be. And further to that, you can actually nominate which opposition player you want them to tag in the game. You can have a spare player. You can have a spare player behind the ball in general play, a spare player in front of the ball in general play. And you'll see all these things pop up on the screen in the different way it all works. I'll just let it roll through. It's pretty cool. I'll remove the face cam and we'll let it roll.
Saturday afternoon footy is underway. Nankervis wins the first ruck contest. What's he got on offer? They're going nowhere and will have a stoppage near the centre. Nankervis showing his skills. They have a good understanding, those two. Hopper under pressure. Bad error there. Thought his way through it. Prestia takes an excellent grab. Ignoring the corridor for now. Short with a chance to run. Decides to go. Big ball to be won here. Lynch is so strong one-on-one.
Just a question of whether the lead will be 6 points or 1.
Set sail for goal, but the kick is astray. One behind only.
Not a gimme goal, but probably should have been kicked nevertheless.
That's good vision. Salem with a chance to relieve the pressure. Adams marks in the back pocket. McVee leading from the front. Looking to hit up the short option. And they're away. Careful ball movement. Petrarca working hard and presenting well. Lever has charged into space. Adams, and they're out of trouble. Oliver makes position, seizes the moment. Hacking it forward. Good thinking and good execution too. There goes the kick inside the 50. Howes is the man on the spot and he's marked.
You've got to be switched on to your opposition's ball movement much better than that. It was all too easy.
We're still waiting for the first goal and the wait will continue.
He'll be itching for an opportunity to make up for that.
Looking for a quick transition. Just trying to get it out of the area. Ross wins the contest hands down. He might have thought about the corridor. That's a strong mark. Can he impose himself on the match? The Tigers moving the ball well. Heads for full forward. Can't hang on under close attention. Campbell, Algier, Hopper. Sweeping handball. Rioli getting involved. Miller marks inside 50 and can have a shot.
He shouldn't have too many problems, but then again, he is a defender.
Looks good off the boot. He's got it.
I feel better now they're in front and getting some reward on the scoreboard.
The Tigers by 6. Nankervis showing his skills. Prestia. He's made a bright start. McVee claims a terrific contested mark at centre half-back. Into the middle with the kick. Prestia got a fist in. Got to get it forward now. The Tigers should score here. Campbell, they've worked it well.
He doesn't miss many, so you wouldn't think this would pose any problems.
He hasn't troubled the scorers, and he won't with that effort. Well-weighted kick. Windsor has found some space. Howes on a lead. Chips to half-back. They're moving the footy well here. Oliver throws it on the boot. Melksham, that's good work rate. They're in danger of a goalless quarter. They've got the fumbles today. Penetrating ball. Banks tries to spike it out of the danger zone. Taking no chances there.
There might have just been a little bit of panic there. It was a nervous moment.
It's a poor kick. Sparrow spoils. Short. Rioli. They're building something dangerous here. Kicks to space. Good disciplined defence. Moving the footy laterally. Lever. He's been busy so far. Oliver. Got to go quickly. Time running out. Sparrow. Seeking to maintain possession. He's hit up the lead. The Tigers in front at quarter time. Positives for both sides and a great game in prospect. Gary Lyon is here. Gaz, what are your thoughts on what we've seen so far?
All signs are pointing to this being a close match all day. Neither side has been able to assert any dominance in clearance or inside 50s, and it's obviously close on the scoreboard. If it continues like this, we're in for a treat.
Thanks, Gary. As we get going again, Hopper, that might have been dropping the ball. Windsor, Nankervis leads his opponent. Lynch can go back and shoot at goal.
Goals have been tough to come by. Got to make the most of your opportunities.
It's not the best kick. Has he done enough? He has!
A couple in a row and a little bit of momentum.
The Tigers with a break now. Nankervis has got on top. Hopper. Taranto was afforded latitude. They've had the better of the contest to this point. Prestia under pressure. Algier, can he get a shot away? They're tackling with great intent. Nankervis wins it. Taranto, quick snap, and that's a goal!
The Demons have got to find a way to put the clamps on. They're too... easy to score against at the minute.
The Tigers are imposing their will on this contest. Varel gets his hand to it. Petrarca is cool under pressure. Gibcus is a rock in defence. He's just about kicked the cover off it. He's not one to take a backward step. Farms it out. Bowie wins it back. His field kicking is normally first rate. They could almost have raffled it. He'll drive them inside 50 yet again. Nankervis heads them off at the pass. Bangs it long. That's a good option, and this looks promising. He's got under that one. Punched away. Algier will take some stopping. Rioli. He's put the foot down. Salem in heavy traffic. He's just dropped the footy and the ump has no choice. What a game he's having. Honours the lead. The Demons might be about to start something. That's well played. He's got an option in the centre square. Gorn, Petrarca gets his kick despite the heat. Fritsch works hard to present. He's had little impact so far. Lefaux clears the area. Mansell, dangerous place to turn it over. Big chance here. They need it, but he's missed.
We certainly would have expected to kick that one, but he's got to put it out of his mind now.
No time like the present. Quality delivery by Foot. Backs himself in. The Demons guarding the corridor. Not good footy there. Can he hit a target? That's a shank. Kicks to a contest. Lynch uses the body well. Searching kick. Campbell gets to the front spot and can line them up.
He's not on the board yet. That should change here.
He's normally dependable, and he is this time.
So important to get reward for effort. On that occasion, the finish matched the quality of the work upfield.
The Demons need more from their key players. Nankervis showing his skills. Taranto does the roving. Through the centre square he goes. Prestia, the defence is disorganised. Adams, desperate to win it back. Oliver, working hard and being rewarded. Lever, what can he do with it? Up and under. Good work rate. They haven't been able to buy a goal. Prestia, read that well. Long ball in. Campbell, great body work.
Straight in front, should not miss.
Campbell, what a game he's having. He can make it even better, and he does.
A few heads will start to drop soon if they can't turn the tide. They're right on the edge.
So there you go. That was some gameplay in the management mode. Richmond up against the D's. And I'm sure you all would have noticed it, but you will have seen on the bottom left side of the screen that whenever you completed an objective, it popped up to show what you were doing, just to keep a bit of a track of how it was all going. So, look, I won't make too much other comment on the gameplay other than I'm keen to hear all of your thoughts. It definitely felt a lot smoother when playing it than compared to AFL23. Less clunky with the tackles. The goal kicking for set shots, obviously a lot different than what we're used to. And it's going to be more difficult, and I think that's a good thing because there's no fun in having everyone kicking 20 goals to every game. So to have it a bit more difficult, I think is a good thing. And look, some of the things I didn't try snapshots or torps or anything like that, but I'm sure the other creators who are going to post some stuff will have got content of that too. There are different camera angles, even just to backpedal a bit for the player career. There are different angles you can have, like of your pro or behind the pro. I didn't go into them, but I'm pretty sure someone else is, so keep an eye out for that as well. But yeah, they are the videos. Hope you all enjoyed. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And not long now till the game comes out and we can all get a hold of it and get stuck into it.